get started. As always, we have a few that come in late, and that's okay. We always like to start promptly, so thank you, everybody, for joining in early. I am super excited about this program and this opportunity that you all have to use the tools that John is going to offer to us as just, conversation starters, being able to go into a new client, going into a older client, just to start conversations about how can I help you through this crazy time. He has tools that, a flyer, a teaser, he has verbiage for, hey, here's a good way to talk on the phone, or hey, here's some, way you can start your email. He has great stuff he's going to share with us. John gets it. John started in the newspaper, July 1st, 1970. He started his career, so he was down in the trenches with all of us, and as things progressed, he decided he'd start his own business. Pulse Research has been around for quite some time and has evolved as our business has changed. He's changed his business to help us. So sit back, relax. It's going to be about 40 minutes. John's going to go through everything. So thank you again for joining. And John, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Lori. On behalf of the Pulse Research team, we very, very much appreciate and are honored by the opportunity to join the Ogden team, particularly during this period of time that is so unusual. Refer to the fact that in many of your markets now we're going back to, stay at home, restaurants are closing. And that really is the essence of the reality today. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. The pandemic has changed everything. There is ongoing uncertainty, and that unfortunately seems to be the new norm. The reality for each one of you is what's worked before is not going to be effective today. It's not business as usual. COVID is absolutely guaranteeing that. But the reality is, and this is very, very important, every business in your community, from the realtor to the restaurants to the retailers to the service businesses, they're facing unprecedented, brutal uncertainty. But that uncertainty provides each one of you with a unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can absolutely, with total confidence, say now is the best time for each of you to help your local businesses. And I'm sure that you'll agree with me. I know when I was an ad rep, what was most satisfying, what my mission was to help my local businesses. I loved it when I got results for them, when I found a solution for them. That's why now is the best time, because we as an industry are committed to finding solutions, helping our local businesses prosper. And because they're hurting financially, and because of the uncertainty, that's why it's the best time. In the good old days, it seems like forever ago, but frankly, not that many months ago, the businesses in each one of your community, they had a pretty good idea what would happen in the next 90 days. Because they had history, there was normalcy, there was predictability. But I think you'd agree with me that now, today, because of the pandemic, that's all been destroyed. They don't know what's going to happen in the next 90 days. But because of that uncertainty, that gives you a unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to help your local businesses with, and this is the important part, with information about for their business in terms of purchasing plans, number of customers that you at an Ogden newspaper can deliver for that business over the next 3 months. That's the game changer. That's why it's a unique opportunity. It's unprecedented. Never have so many businesses needed information about and for their business. A few months ago, a publisher sent us an email. She said a current shopping survey would really help us because our local businesses are freaking out right now. It would help us. This is the beautiful part. It would help us be viewed as that trusted advisor to help them navigate through these unprecedented times. You, the community newspaper, your team members, once again, have a unique opportunity to help your businesses. So Pulse asked the questions the businesses were asked. We did a COVID impact shopping survey. It was actually pretty simple. All we did was ask the questions a business would ask of newspaper readers and newspaper website visitors. So for instance, a furniture store would ask, you plan to shop at a furniture store in the next 3 months? A furniture store would also ask, want to know, what do you plan to buy? Living room furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture. A realtor would want to know, do you plan to list a home? Do you plan to purchase a home? A car dealer would obviously want to know, do you plan to visit a new car dealership? How about a used car dealership? What do you plan to buy? So very simply, and once again, not rocket science, all Pulse did was ask the questions the businesses asked. We had a lot of help. We had 17 state press associations partner and help us. We had over 600 individual clients across the country. We had many corporate publishing groups who helped and supported and reached out to their audiences and asked them to take the Pulse COVID Impact Shopping Survey. Here's the great news. It's an ongoing survey. We started it in early March. We have almost 30,000 completed surveys. 30,000. Putting that in perspective, when they do the political polling, they only use 800 to 1,600 across the United States. So we have, and here's the benefit for you. We have information on a state level, like Pennsylvania, New York, Indiana, Florida, et cetera. But we also have information of your state and the states like right around you, like like Iowa, and the states right around Iowa. This information, even though it's not of your audience specific, it is absolutely projectable, usable for your audience in projecting opportunity. And the reason for that is, Lori mentioned that Pulse has been in business a long time, frankly, 35 years. And so we see the research across the country. And the percentage who plan to shop at a furniture store, as an example, doesn't vary by more than 1 or 2%, from New York to Florida to Indiana to Utah. There is a consistent homogeneity. So Ogden does not need to do a survey of each paper. Why? Because it wouldn't change from what we have for your state or for the states right around you. That's an absolute fact. So now, how do you use this information? We've already talked about the businesses want it, but we put together some very simple tools for you to access this great information. One of our clients told us the other, this is gold, because the businesses now more than ever want it and appreciate it. So the first resource we have for you is a very, very simple tool. It's called the Pulse Teaser. But you see on your screen what pops up? The big number, 702. That's the number of households in this example that are going to use a remodeling contractor over the next 3 months. That grabs their attention. Why? Because it's about and for them. It's their business. A remodeling contractor goes, oh my gosh, look at that, 702. It's a exceptionally game-changing, transformational. It grabs their attention, like a rep in New Jersey said the other day. The business started listening when I shared with them the opportunity, the teaser, big number. How do we get that number? Once again, very simple. It's not rocket science. We just take the percentage from the survey who said yes, times the number of households you reach. So 4.6% in this example times 15,250 is 702. That's their number. That's the number of households reached by this example publication who are going to use a remodeling contractor over the next room. So it grabs their attention. So a little role play here. Then you ask the business, you're on the phone, hey, I've got good news. We did a remodeling contractor survey. We asked you plan to use a remodeling contractor. I've got good news. 702 said yes. Would you like to know more? We asked about the remodeling plans for remodeling bedroom, remodeling kitchen, remodeling bathroom, adding a room. Would you like to know? Every business now says yes because they don't know. And so it's an extremely helpful tool, resource in starting the conversation, like Lori said, but getting the appointment because they want to get together to learn more in this crazy COVID world about the opportunity for their business over the next 3 months. Here's the next resource we have. It's kind of like a super teaser to help your business plan during uncertain times. Pulse asked the questions you would ask. You plan to shop remodeling contractor. Once again, the big number, 702. But as you see, the flyer takes it to the next level of value, information, opportunity of your audience for their business. So you see here, like for remodeling contractor, we've got relative products and services. Remodeling bathroom just jumps right off the page, doesn't it? It's a big number. And so they immediately realize, yes, I can not only get more, but it also, like a crystal ball, like a laser, helps them identify what to promote. Let me share with you a quick story. I've made over 2,200 four-legged sales calls. I'm out there going out with the ad reps, with the businesses, because I want to learn. I want to experience for myself what you do. So we walked into a cold call to a heating and air conditioning business. Walked in with the ad rep, and oh my gosh, the business person says, didn't I tell you last time you were here last month that I'm not interested in advertising? We have all the business we need. And the ad rep kind of sheepishly turned and was going to leave. And I said, well, sir, I've got some good news. We just did a remodeled survey. We did a heating and air conditioning survey. Well, what do you mean by that? We asked the same questions you would ask. Like what? Do you plan to go to a heating remodeling business, heating and air conditioning business, in the next 3 months? They loved it. They immediately got the guy's attention. He said, what else you find? And I showed him the flyer, just like this. But on his flyer, like you'll see with other flyers, each business category, it not only gives him the big number, but other products and services. So for the heating and air conditioning gentleman, one of the pieces of information about and for his business was furnace repair. He immediately saw there was over 2,000 households who needed a furnace repair. And this is the beauty of it. He turned to the ad rep and said, I want to start advertising furnace repair. He went from, I'm not going to advertise, I'm too busy, to I want to advertise furnace repair. Why? Because the information about and for his business, he saw a solution, an idea he didn't even know was there. So as we go through the presentation this afternoon, I want to share with you not only the what, but how it works. It grabs their attention with a big number because once again, the pandemic has destroyed the normalcy they want to know. But the flyer, and we're going to create some live in just a second, is a phenomenal resource to be that consultant, to help the business identify an opportunity they weren't even aware was there. Number one tip I have for you. When I went into that heating and air conditioning business, after he said no, I said, I've got some good news. We participated in a heating and air conditioning survey. When they understand it's their survey about and for their business, that's transformational. It changes everything. When you go into a realtor and share with a realtor, we did a real estate survey. What do you mean by that? We asked the same questions you would ask. Like what? We asked you plan to change or get a new realtor. You go into a furniture store. We did a furniture survey, automotive survey, insurance survey. You get the idea. When they understand it's their survey, you got their attention. Here's what doesn't work, and I'll be very blunt. Hi, I'm John Marling from the local Ogden paper. We just did a survey here at Ogden. Do they want to hear about it? No, because they think it's your research for your benefit. What is effective is making sure when you pick up the phone, when you walk in the door, that they understand it's their survey. And it's very simple. It is their survey because we ask the same questions they would ask. I want to show you a third resource and tool you have before we go live into the program, and that's a little closing tool. It's kind of an ROI, break-even analysis. And all it does, very simply, is get the darn conversation away from cost, which you're never going to win, particularly in these excruciating, tough financial times for these businesses, and gets the conversation on the reality of how few customers they need to do a consistent campaign from you. I was an ad rep once. I realized very quickly, selling one ad at a time didn't make me a heck of a lot of commissions. But if I sold a lot of 52-week contracts, By the way, I had 200 businesses that I had under contract. It was like an annuity. This is a sweet little tool. We'll show it to you live on getting the business engaged so they say yes, because they realize it's a no-brainer based on the few customers. So what I'm going to show you now is your Ogden sales tools, the shopping information, a prospecting tool, being able to put together for your own benefit a little call list, the presentations, the teasers, the flyers, the closing tool live. We've also got, and I'm aware you've got the Metro Creative Graphics Spec Ad program. Good news. Throughout the Pulse program, you can access and create a spec ad. So there at the heating and air conditioning, I could have gone right into my Metro Ad Wizard program and created a spec ad for them. We've also got reporting and a great little resource for each one of you, the Pulse training. So without further ado, let's go live. And I'm going to an Ogden site, Wheeling, West Virginia, your home. And let's show you how the program works. This is designed for you. We realize how extremely busy you are. So we've made it as simple and as intuitive as possible. So you've got your prospecting right at the top. You've got engaging with a teaser, the flyer needs analysis to find a solution like we did for the heating and air conditioning. Yeah, here's your closing tool right here. Here's your sales training right there, all right there. And by the way, you can access and use your Pulse resources anywhere, anytime, any device. So from your home, from the office, or from your smartphone. But let me show you right now how to put the Pulse sales tools on your smartphone. Click on Help, click on FAQ, and the first, how do I put Pulse on my mobile device? So here's how to put your Pulse link right on your smartphone, regardless if it's an iPhone or an Android. What's the benefit of that for you? Is you've got it right there, totally mobile. And it helps you engage with the business right there with them for them. Okay, so now let's show you how the program works. First of all, Lori shared with me the other day that you've got a resource there at Ogden where you can identify businesses that maybe did a lot of advertising who aren't anymore. In other words, prospect list through your accounting. So you've identified a business that you want to reach out to. You want to reach out to them now with what's in it for them, the benefit, the opportunity. Let me show you how easy it is. You click right here on what businesses would you like to help. And I identified in Wheeling, there's a lumberyard called Brownlee Lumber, okay? So I type in Brownlee Lumber. You can type in any business name. And what it does is it brings up for you the ability to click and create for an individual business. So Brownlee Lumber, I can create a teaser or flyer like you just saw there. I can call them or I can put them on my call list, okay? So let me show you how fast you can create a teaser, conversation starter. So Brownlee Lumber, I put in the name, I click on teaser, and it automatic, wow, fast as that, creates 3 different teaser options. It gives you suggested words to say to engage with a business over the phone. But the essence of it is there's 9,500 households. I want to repeat that. 9,500 households reached by your Wheeling News Register Intelligencer who in the next 3 months are going to shop at a lumberyard. Does the lumberyard know that? Heck no. Do they want to know it? Absolutely. And so it gives you the talking points, but the focus is what's in it for them, 9,500. We've got a suggested email that you can just copy and paste into your own email. But once again, the emphasis is, here's the opportunity. They love that. Next 3 months. Would you like to know more? Would you like to know more about what they plan to buy? Everything from windows to decking to getting tongue-tied here, my 4th webinar of the day. Interior paint, exterior paint, sheathing, etc. We asked it all. We asked the questions they would ask. But here's the one that the team members across the country like the most. The Pulse Teaser printed wrap. Each of you, I'm sure, have a sales piece, a collateral, 8.5 by 11. Look at this. You click on print teaser wrap, and it creates for you an 8.5 by 11 that you can fold and wrap right around your sales piece. What does that do for you? It takes the conversation away from product price, which is not working today, and puts, to start the conversation, what's in it for them. 9,500 households going to shop at a lumberyard. I can guarantee you, if I walked in a lumberyard today and shared with them 9,500, it would grab their attention. And then I would say, would you like to know more? Would you like to know more about what they're going to purchase? And they're going to say yes. And that leads right into the conversation. You can create a flyer on the spot. I'll show you that in a second. But more important, now you've got their attention. They see the benefit. And then you can share with them your sales collateral, because now they're interested. They want to reach those 9,500 households. Simple as that. And so let me click off here on the teaser, if I might. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to click here, click off. And by the way, there is the Pulse training program that goes through. I know I'm going through this fast. You've got a phenomenal range of resources right at your fingertips. Now let's show you, you've got some prospecting tools. We've got a prospecting tool that's relative to this darn COVID, and we've got prospecting tools relating to most sold, kind of low-hanging fruit, and a mapping tool, okay? Let's take a look at first the business guide based upon COVID, and let's create a flyer, okay? So we put together for you 25 top business categories that we would suggest you contact, because these business categories have seen an increase in shopping because of the pandemic. It makes sense. People are spending a lot more time at home. You've got lumber yards, you've got remodeling contractors, you've got hardware stores, financial advisors, etc. Okay? And it shows you the increase because of COVID compared to the pre-COVID survey we did, oh my gosh, just last January. So let's create a presentation for, let's do one for a hardware store. So we pick a business category, we click on find, and up will come hardware stores. You can change the default zip code, just type in another zip code, and it'll zero right in on, in this case, hardware stores in that zip code. You can even type in the name of a city, a county. It's phenomenally flexible. But look at this, then you can just click on the Google Map icon and you can create a flyer. Or you can come over here on the left-hand side and pick a particular business here, Kennedy Hardware, for instance, and click on flyer. And boom, seconds, 1, 2. Wow, 2 seconds. There's your flyer, automatically created. It's as fast and as simple as that. This is the live program. You identify a prospect category, you click on a particular business, and boom, you've got your flyer. You've got your talking points. Our most popular program is the flyer. Why? Because it's got the big number that grabbed their attention, but it goes in more detail. Look at that. There's over 4,000 households going to buy interior paint. The hardware store doesn't know that. And I'll tell you what, very well, what happened, the hardware goes, my gosh, look at the number of households buying interior paint. I should be targeting interior paint. And so it leads right into, when they see the benefit, it leads right into, I want to reach, because these 4,173 households is not market. These are 4,173 households reached by the Wheeling paper and their websites. So how do they reach them? Advertising with you. And so it grabs their attention, they see the opportunity, and they are very motivated to advertise. But the program also, let's assume you're on your smartphone right now, the business is excited. What do you have? What do you have more? I've seen so many times on four-legged sales calls, once they realize it's about and for them, they want to know more. So many times, I'll give you 5 minutes. And 40 minutes later, they still want to know more because it's about their business. Look at this. On your smartphone, or you could do a Zoom webinar, by the way, like we're doing right here, where they see your screen. You click on the editing pen, and look at this. It goes right into the research. And so now, Mr. Hardware Store, what else would you like to know? What's the opportunity? Help you with a business marketing. Oh my gosh, I'd like to know about security lock opportunity. I'd like to know about lock set opportunity, okay? I'd like to know about generators, okay? It helps them with their business planning and obviously their marketing, okay? And so with them right there on your phone, oh my gosh, look at fencing, okay? You click an ad with them, you come down here and you click on update. And what have you just done? You have created a business opportunity plan that is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Why? Because if they went out and did this research themselves, it would cost literally $10,000 or more dollars. This information is gold. And so now the business once again sees the opportunity.
We're
And
losing you, John.
oh my gosh, what happened? I'm connected.
I don't know. Try. Okay, go ahead. But if you were going out for
I'm
a
sorry.
period there.
I'm on 50 megabytes. What's happening?
Again, we're losing you.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're back.
Okay.
Thanks for your patience, guys. Go ahead.
Okay. And so a summary on the flyer. It helps you engage with the opportunity. And this is transformational. Start the conversation, engage with the business, with the opportunity projected for your audience of the COVID impact shopping research. So that's an overview of the flyer. So let's now go down to the dashboard. I want to quickly show you a third prospecting opportunity, and that's hot prospects by business type. Okay. And so we click on hot prospects by business type. This is unique. Every time over 6,000 ad reps use the program and they create a teaser to flyer, it automatically records it. And so we know how many presentations have been created for like a furniture store. But then when an ad rep puts in what happened, did they close it? Did they say no? How much they sell it for? We're able to track the close ratio, the average sale, and the sold rank. Before I show you the actual, let's go over here to category, because I want to show you the 200 business categories that is right at your fingertips, your opportunity to assist and help your local businesses. So I just clicked on category. We've got apparel businesses, automotive businesses, beauty businesses, community service businesses. Philanthropic's been a very, very positive lately. Education, also very popular. Farm and equipment, financial services, general retail, you get the idea. Right at your fingertips are the business categories within your community that represent a huge opportunity. The list is long. You can do a search. You could just type in insurance, for instance. Oops. And there it is, change to get a new insurance agency. But let's go back again to the dashboard. Click again on hot prospects. And this time, I want to organize it by the most popular use of this tool, sold rank. This is the low-hanging fruit, okay? And so these are the most sold business categories by ad reps at community newspapers just like yours across the country. And so here's the top 10, right at your fingertips, okay? Here's the top 15. So let's pick a category, okay? Legal firm, okay? Number 11, most sold. Click on find, up comes a map, okay? But this time, let me show you your call planner. This is your tool and a resource to be able to put together your own call list to help you organize. So you just click on call plan. So we're adding an attorney to call plan, adding another attorney to call plan, adding another attorney to call plan, etc. Okay, you get the idea. Then we go up here on top of your dashboard and click on call planner. And there right at your fingertips are the businesses we've added to our call plan. And here are the financial and legal firms we just added. So what's the benefit for you? You could be sitting there at home. You've got your own call list, and right at your fingertips, you can create a flyer, you can create a teaser. It's extremely time-saving and easy. Create a prospect list, and then right at your fingertips, You just pick up the phone and you start calling, okay? The other benefit of this is you can add your sales activity. So you just click on add activity. What was the type of call? It was a phone call. What was the purpose? It was a cold call, new business, okay? What did you present? Print and digital. What's your next action? A contract. So you don't forget, you can put it right into your call planner. And you click on, you put in a date. I want to contact them on Monday, okay? You can put it in your Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, etc. You can put in some notes, and then you log your activity. So in summary, the call planner is an option for you to put together a call list just for you. And then you can keep track of, but I think, and what I hear all the time is, it's a great resource to save you time because it helps you focus, and then you can just click and call and share the teaser flyer. So now let's go back, if I might here, to your dashboard and share with you a couple other resources that you have. Okay, the closing tool. I shared you the kind of an example picture of it. Now let's show in the real world. It's right on your dashboard. So I would suggest put the Pulse link right on your phone. Why? Because now you're with the business. And let's say we're the furniture store, right? The furniture store is interested. I don't know if I can spend that much money, okay? So you pop up on your phone, and now you can work with them. So I'm suggesting, sir, a $12,000 campaign over the next 52 weeks. But let's work together. Let's figure out what's comfortable for you based upon the number of new furniture store customers you need to cover the cost of the campaign. You're the boss. Oh, what do you mean by? Well, if you need 1,000 customers, probably a little expensive, right? But if you only need just a handful of customers, probably pretty realistic, right? Yeah, that sounds cool, the guy says, okay? So let's figure out what a customer net value. How many customers after you pay for the furniture do you need to pay for a campaign? Okay, and every time I've done this, the businesses are extremely motivated to do it. They love numbers, right? Okay, so what's the cost? Excuse me, what's the value of a customer? A new customer comes in to your furniture store. What would they spend over the next 52 weeks? Well, $2,500, okay? You get it from them. But as you know, we've got to take out the cost of the furniture before you can pay for your advertising. What's your cost of goods? What does it cost? Well, 57% is my average cost of goods, okay? So you make $1,000.75 per customer. Yeah, that sounds right. Well, look at that. All you need is just 12 customers. Just 12 customers at $1,075 each to pay for the campaign. Do you think you're going to get at least 12 customers with this level of consistency and repetition? You're going to get a 3x10 every single week. You're going to get 50,000 impressions on our website. You're going to get a print and deliver. With that level of consistency and repetition, do you think, with all confidence, you're going to get at least 12 new households out of the 1,000 households we reach? You're going to shop at a furniture store. And so many times they've said, well, that's a no-brainer. Let's get going. What's the difference here? You've got their engagement. It's their input. You've got the conversation away from price. I'll tell you what, if I walked into a furniture store in your market this afternoon and said, hey, you want to spend $12,000 in 52 weeks? You know as well I do what's going to happen. But when they realize the opportunity first, that gets them interested. And then you share with them your solution, but concurrent with that, how few customers they need. That makes a huge difference in your closing effectiveness, because they want to be consistent, by the way. They want to get their share. But what if a business, and I know there's some ornery ones out there, but I don't know if I'll think I'll get 12. Okay, what's your worst case? What's the absolute worst case number of new customers? Well, I think 6. It's amazing. They always cut it in half, right? 6, okay. So 6 customers, your absolute worst, lowest number of new customers you get. Yeah, 6. Well, look at that. 6 customers, your worst case scenario at $1,000 each is a $6,400 campaign. They just sold themselves because that's their worst case scenario, and that's their number. I have literally closed close to 100% when I get their engagement like this. Why? Because then they realize that they can. I had a banker once tell me, this is a great tool. I wish every business who banked with us understood that yes, they can. I had another business say to me, and he had never signed a contract with this paper. He said, I want to thank you. He said, this is the first time ever a media representative has asked me what I want. They always come in and tell me what I should do. And he signed a 52-week contract because it was his input. It made all the difference in the world. So the closing tool, I highly recommend you use it. Then here's the Pulse training and certification right on your home page. Okay? When you log in, you say, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the training. But here's the beauty of it. Here's the benefit to each of you. It walks you through your Pulse program. There's a lot in the Pulse program. There's no way in the world I can cover it all in just one training. That's why we did the program. And we've been hearing over and over from managers around the country, we're too busy. You're too busy as ad reps. So we put together a very simple but easy solution. There's a session for each of the steps. There's a session for each of the components. What's working today? Where do the numbers come from? Prospecting. As you'll notice, there's a short little video. 3 to 4 minutes is all for each of the training sessions. And then there's a training assignment. Why? I want to give you hands-on experience, okay? This is real world. And as you do each one, you watch the video, you did each one of the training sessions or training assignments, you just click on it and you confirm it. And as you go through the training, it helps you get fully knowledgeable, up to speed, comfortable with this incredible resource and tool that you have for you. Now let's go back to the dashboard, if I might, and wrap it up with the reporting part of the program and the benefit to you. I mentioned right away, get the Pulse tool on your smartphone. And don't be bashful about doing Zoom webinars. They're very, very effective. They see your screen. You can walk them right through it like I'm doing with you this afternoon. So you come down here and you notice at the bottom of your screen is all the presentations you've created. Couple quick benefits of that. If you've got it on your phone or you've created the presentation, you want to access it quickly, you just scroll down here. Kennedy Hardware just created that flyer. Look at that. I click on flyer and there it is. So when I walk into that business, I've got it on my phone. I can immediately engage with the business. So many times when I've been on four-legged sales calls, I just pick up my phone, my iPad, etc., and I just click on the business and walk in, and I've got it handy dandy to start the conversation because I've got the words to say, okay? And so now, look at this. You've got a list here, and now let's make sure you get credit for the use and results of your Pulse program. So here in Tri-State Furniture, it shows I've created it. And by the way, you've got an icon for teaser and at the talking point, an icon for the flyer. And so let's walk over here and you just click on the icon. By the way, this is covered all in the training. And you mark it as engaged. I engaged with the teaser flyer. When did I do it? I did it today, the 9th of July, okay? And I click on set. And look at that, you get Pulse points. And by the way, in your Pulse program, we automatically bake in points for use and results of your Pulse program. So it's as simple as that, right from the bottom of your page. You just click on the navigation. It's here. You want to mark it as past, engaged, etc. You want to delete the presentation, edit the presentation. Or you can go right up here to reporting. You come up here to reporting, and when you log in, you'll see every presentation that you've created right at your fingertips. You can search your presentations. You can also sort by time, okay? But let's go down here and go to this auto repair shop, okay? As you can see, I sold this one here. So I come here and I click on the navigation dots again, and I want to mark it as sold, okay? So I mark it as sold, and I put in how much. Let's say it was a $6,000 sale, okay? What type of sale was it? You can differentiate between new, renewal, or you can split between new or renewal, okay? Let's put it as a new sale. Then let's put in the date, click on set, okay? You want to record the presentation when you presented it, yes, on set, okay? And look at that, you get 15 pulse points. And so in summary on the reporting, you can look at the bottom of your dashboard by your individual presentations. Just click on the navigation dots or on your reporting. And that makes sure you get credit for your use and results of the Pulse program. So in summary, the most important thing to share with you is in today's COVID impacted world, now more than ever, the businesses want information about purchasing for their business. Do not go in and start the conversation first with information about you, your product, your program that you might have. I know you're happy and excited about it, but just be patient. Start the conversation with what's in it for them. That's human nature. They're always going to be more interested in them than you. So just start the conversation. I just did a webinar, this morning with Lee Enterprises. They came up with the idea, and I'm going to echo it. Pulse is the tip of the spear. Start the conversation with the teaser, the flyer, the benefit, the opportunity for them. That's audience value. That will get them interested, like the heating and air conditioning guy who realized he could get more furnace repair. Then you go into your solution on reaching the opportunity of your audience. And then the closing tool, get their engagement. So it takes away the fear, the uncertainty of signing a contract. It makes it comfortable, easy for them to say yes. When they see an example we just did, they only need 12 customers over 52 weeks out of the 1,000 plus that you reach. So on behalf of the Pulse team, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to join your team. We will do everything and anything we can to assist and support you. And Lori, thank you. We appreciate you and Ogden. Lori, thank you.
Okay, do you guys have questions? Is there anything you need him to just go through, walk through? Any comments, suggestions?
Is it set up now so we can get on it? Yesterday I tried and it said it wasn't set up yet.
Yes, it is.
It is now. You should have received in your email from Pulse your user name and password. If you didn't, check in your spam. If it's not there, for whatever reason, just send an email to support, SUPPORT, support@pulseresearch.com, and we'll be right on it in getting you your own unique username and password.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, thank you for your 45 minutes. And thank you, I think, let me go back. I want to make sure I get the name right. Mimi that hung out in her car for 45 minutes. Thank you, thank you. I hope you all, hop on, look at the dashboard, look at the teasers, look at the opportunities that you now have to get those conversations started and help your clients. Make sure you take the time to share your successes. I cannot wait to hear what happens on your first call, your second call, and the revenue that you're bringing in, or additional revenue, I should say. So thank you again, John. Thank you for being so kind and partnering with us. And good luck, everybody. And I'll talk to y'all soon.
Thanks, Lori. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.